Okay. All right. Tech. I'm so good at it. They call me the tech whiz. Look at that. See, I have a ring light that doesn't work. that doesn't work. I have old cables from my first podcast.
Yeah, we're in the dark times now.
Yeah.
Or until we move you to a new spot.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. Talk again.
Check.
Okay.
Check. Is this gonna be audio only, or are you?
No, what do you think I was fiddling with my phone for?
Well, I didn't know if you were just doing that for little clips and you're gonna cut up a minute. That's what some people do. Some people don't even release their podcasts anymore. They just film for an hour, and then if they have a minute they can put out, they do that.
What's the point of I'm the opposite of a lot of people. On YouTube I do pretty okay, but my clips all bomb.
Yeah.
They're all bombing.
Yeah.
What do I have to do? Do I have to get jacked for my clips to work?
Jacked or titties.
I gotta trans out. I think that's the only way I can make pop off on Instagram.
Yeah.
But retain no real fan base.
Yeah, I don't know. It's figuring out how to do the little zooms and shit. I don't know. You basically have to become a Mr. Beast style guy.
Mm-hmm.
The way you do editing and things like that. There's little tricks and hacks. And
I've seen his videos, and he's autistic, right, Mr. Beast?
every interaction I've had with him has led me to conclude that. Yes.
Oh right, you worked for his thing, right?
Yeah, I worked for him.
Okay, yeah. And what did he love Yu-Gi-Oh or something?
I don't know. He's just a weird guy that liked Minecraft and shit. I got him into Cumtown. I got a whole office into it because I got the guy Carl. He and I would talk about it. I think Carl got him to listen to it. I planted the seeds of mental retardation in that office.
That's in
my very limited time there.
And Mr. Beast goes full racist like JonTron.
Oh, well, they should get him. I was trying to talk to the editor I know over there that runs the Instagram for Mr. Beast. And I was like, you should get him on the Adam Friedland show. That'd be funny.
Great.
He won't do it.
I love that Mr. Beast is just a guy who got big, and it's just he's very good at just he's almost like a Kardashian where his whole fame is because he's big. You know?
Yeah, he understands how to get his videos and his content out to people, but he doesn't understand how people work.
Yeah.
So when they backed Chris transitioning, they lost a lot of followers.
Really?
Yeah, because it's most of the internet fandom is people in the Middle East and Asia.
We do not agree.
Don't fuck with that.
Do not. A man into a woman.
The Bobs should not be on Bob.
We want Bob, not Bobby.
Yeah, no, it is not good.
Until they trans out and then get
Sorry,
huge
tits. They
tits.
put tits on a man. Now I am confused.
I don't like being horny and mad.
You can't put the penine into the vagine. That is not right. We literally have a god with 8 arms, but a man turning his dick into a pussy is somehow a strange concept.
We literally believe in reincarnation,
Yeah.
but if you're a man and you turn into a woman,
you have to wait your turn in the next life.
You have to fucking die first.
Oh, you want to be a woman? Yeah, try the next life, bitch.
What if that's why Indians hate trans people because they're mad they're skipping the line for reincarnation?
Yeah, it's you have to wait till it's done.
What the fuck? We're all waiting in line to become a hot lady.
You are eat the child that eats the cookie dough. Instead of waiting it to bake in the oven, you'll eat the cookie dough now.
Look, we all think it's delicious. We all want it, but you are skipping the line.
I'm so bad at being Indian.
Mm-hmm. Same. I'm actually really good at being Indian.
Yeah, you're actually the best at it.
Yeah, I watch too much porn. I DM women I shouldn't.
Oh man, yeah, you love Israel.
I love Israel. I love going on r/Israel whenever something Israel happens. Because they're always turn it into a parking lot. Turn Gaza into a parking lot.
IDF babes, please kill Palestine.
Look, I'm in the IDFC. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my
You're
position.
part of the Jewish cinephile community.
Yeah.
IDFC.
We call each other, we're the Woody Allens. Oh, that was a different a Jewish file community.
Yeah. We only control the indie film community.
Or the indie film community.
There you go. Managed to tie it back in.
Mm-hmm. I'm firing off on all cylinders.
Dude, yeah. I think I'm going to die soon.
Why?
It just feels like it's about time.
What do you mean die? Kill yourself or just the elements take you out?
I think I'm going to just have a blood clot that goes to my heart and I'm just going to be and then just fall somewhere in the street.
Oh, yeah. You have a bad heart, right?
So they say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and it's I don't even really do anything to merit having a bad heart. I've cut drinking down drastically.
Oh, nice!
Profusely.
Congratulations.
And I shan't be doing cocaine ever again.
Yeah, that's smart.
I mean, I haven't done it enough to like have a heart problem, but
I
don't
feel
know.
sometimes I'm kind of speed running heart problems. Like I think we have good hearts in my family, but I'm like my lifestyle.
What do you do?
I just drink too much, you know.
What do you drink? Whiskey?
Not. It's not a lot. It's a lot of vodka mostly and gin.
No, that's not great, but it's.
I
better
really
than
don't
brown
think
liquor.
there's a
brown liquor's like what gills you.
Or my name is Brown
Brown
Liquor.
I'd like to brown liquor.
I'd like to lick her brown.
Yes, please to me
Please,
brown
my
liquor
name
now.
is please let me give you a whiskey.
This will be the whole episode.
Yeah.
If you are watching now and
It's
you are
so
not
funny, right before-
satisfied, save yourself 15
Right before
minutes.
the mics were on, I was like, "Fuck these people, I'm funny." And then I get on the mic, I'm like, "What? Indian boy?
guy,
Yeah, that's funny."
We are the same as those guys. That's what I'm trying
we are
to say.
the exact same.
I do
I just
racist
need open-
voices and I challenge people I don't like in comedy to fights.
Yeah, I need to just find people slightly below me on the comedy rung and bully them profusely.
Dude, I got hit on the train yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, the black dude like punched me in the head.
What?
Yeah, I was just listening to music. I was like kind of having like a hypochondria like spiral in my head at the time. So like
So you manifested this black guy.
I guess God put it in like a black. He's like, here's real danger. He just turned a black guy and manifested him out of ones and zeros into the simulation.
He was like, "We need to get this pussy to."
He matrixed in a Morpheus to hit
Right.
me in the face. Like, wake up, motherfucker!
Take the black pill.
Take the black pill.
And the black pill is just a fist.
It's an aspirin.
Yeah.
To fucking chill out.
Yeah.
No, but I was like thinking, because old boss of mine and like a friend died of a blood clot recently, and we have very similar
Oh, shit.
lifestyles. And he's just like he was a line cook.
How old was he?
He was 31.
Jesus.
Yeah, he had just got married. My parents were at his wedding the week before he died. Just got back from his honeymoon. Just got a promotion. Because he's like, my dad was our boss. Like, we both worked for my dad at his restaurant.
Okay.
And he was like the head chef. He's a cool guy too. But yeah,
Did he know he had any problems?
he complained on Monday about like having like a terrible ache in his leg and like a Charlie horse cramp. That's the thing, is that like things that kill you like out of nowhere have the same symptoms of things where you're just being a baby about something.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I have a cramp in my leg. It's like, get over it, dude.
Dude, I
you're
never go
fine.
to the hospital.
And then you just, oh, it was a blood clot and it killed him. And if he had looked at that cramp, they would have put him on blood thinners and he would have been fine.
Jesus.
It's the thing where it's like, you know, like there's horrific ways to die, but most of the ways that get you are just they happen because the symptoms are so innocuous.
That is terrible.
It's like, oh, my leg feels funny.
I really hate that. I
Yeah.
fucking hate that, dude. Why'd you tell me that?
It's because now you have to live with the curse as well.
Because it's like, what am I gonna do? What are you gonna do about that? You know?
Well, if you like are a freak and like go to the hospital over every little thing. Oh, there's a guy running on the roof up there. If you go to hospital about every little thing, then like they catch stuff like that. They're like, oh, your blood levels are like abnormal and there's a lot of like clotting, like
Right.
an unhealthy amount of clotting. We'll put you on a blood thinner.
Mm-hmm.
But like to everybody else, before you find out that news, you're just being a baby about a pain in your leg.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, this guy keeps complaining. Yeah, it's a Charlie horse. Get over it, dude. Just drink some water. You can do things to avoid it. You can take
And then,
like,
but then also, you can be a hypochondriac. Like Norm was a hypochondriac, and then he got taken out by cancer.
yeah.
You know. So sometimes it doesn't even fucking matter.
Well, that's at least. Yeah, which is better, being a hypochondriac that like nobody believes Boy Who Cried Wolf, or being a hypochondriac that's like, I was right.
Yeah, but then it's like,
Oh, now I have to
now I
die.
have a life-threatening terminal disease.
Yeah, but he like, I think he fought it off for a while.
Yeah, he was sick for like 12 years or something.
And I
so.
think like, and knowing that, like, I think he would have been fine if he had lived like a cleaner lifestyle. I think he just didn't care. So like he took his medicine and stuff like that, but he still like drank and smoked.
He didn't really drink. I hung out with him like a year before he died, and he wasn't drinking at all.
Oh,
He was smoking a lot of weed though, for sure.
oh, well then.
But he was really into Red Bull. He had a ton of Red Bull backstage.
That's carcinogenic too. So I don't know. He had leukemia, right? He had blood cancer.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I think it's probably better to be a hypochondriac than the alternative.
Yeah.
You know. But then sometimes the stress can kill you if you're a hypochondriac, you know?
Yeah, panic attacks can like induce like real visceral things, like you'll have like a heart attack or something, or high blood pressure. So yeah, you just gotta chill out, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
it's funny that the people who are the most stressed out have the most to worry about. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause just the cortisol going through your veins.
it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know, dude. I wish I was a robot and I didn't have to worry about such things.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was like an eternal robot that is like gets to see how it all ends, you know.
Right.
and I can just pontificate.
Do you
out in the
actually
deeps
want?
of space.
You should sign up for Elon Musk's fucking Neuralink program, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, but that just like doesn't seem like it would actually work, and it seems like just a way to make people like.
He's just such a little fucking idiot.
Like, it just seems like, I don't know, if I was Elon, I would just be using that to like shoot images of gay pornography into people's heads.
I mean, he would probably do that. He's just like,
Yeah.
what will I do now with all of my brains? Yes.
I'm going to rickroll everybody.
Yeah.
It's like cool.
Cause he thinks he's like a Dexter's Lab villain, I think.
Dude, he thinks he's Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he for sure
Let
is like,
me cook.
I'm Walter White.
My name is Walter White.
What is he, South?
He's out.
Yeah,
so
Walter White.
Hey, what's up?
Yes,
he's
Walter White.
South Af-
I look to make methamphetamines.
what the fuck does South Africans sound like?
There's just a lot of like white dialects that are like fucking stupid. Because it's like where English goes wrong is where like white people try to emulate the vernacular of black people. Because like think of every word in a horrible accent is really just like white people copying like black people that live in an area. Like the Toronto accent where it's like that. There's that like Vicky style girl that's like, yo, I'm sick to my stomach, fam.
Right.
You's got me fucked up. Somebody needs to go there and ute him in his A.
Right.
And it's just like, it's like that's like where the Philly accent comes from.
Well, the Philly accent is just, it's just like,
It's just
I don't get it. How did like, because it's in between the South and Jersey basically. How did that turn into Philly? I don't get that. I guess. And then in the South, like,
I don't know. It's like whenever I do the Philly accent, it sometimes bleeds into Australian.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah,
It is kind of Australian.
Yeah, I'm out on the fucking Barbie right now.
Gay birds. Gay birds.
Gay
Gay birds.
Yeah.
Gay. And then the bird's like a toucan. That's what he says, like a kangaroo. Gay birds.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that was a fruitful discussion, but I was hit by a black guy on the train. We got somewhere with that.
What's funny is we really didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what we got into.
No,
my one thing with Elon too.
I just want to say I'm a Republican now. That's the one thing I wanted to get out.
Me too. Right, yeah, because you got
me.
hit by a black guy.
Yeah.
So you think Daniel Penny was right now?
Well, even when I was like a bleeding heart communist, I was like, that he was right.
I know. Every single person that lives in New York agreed with that guy.
Yeah, no. The train has like everybody shares the same train politics in New York. Nobody's like against it. Everybody that was like at those protests and blocking the train, you know that they were like they don't ride the train and that they just use their parents' credit cards for Ubers.
Yes.
In like city bikes.
Yeah, they came in from
because they didn't understand what they were doing making that train late.
They had nothing to do. They're from like the richest Long Island. They live in Long Island.
No,
and they came in to stop.
I was about to fight the guy too, because like it took me a second to process that he fucking hit me, and then
so wait, what happened? How'd that happen? So wait, you're standing. You were on the train.
He walked into the car, and then I look up from my phone, and he just goes like, bah! And like hits me, and hits the AirPods out of my ear, and then slowly like doesn't even look back at me. Slowly starts to walk over the train. I was gonna grab him by the book bag and fucking fight him.
No, good for you for not doing that.
But then I look in the other car, and all of his boys are in the other car.
Yeah.
Like, they were just trying to jump somebody.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you tell the police?
No, I had to fucking... Dude, because it's like crazy black dudes in the city have the insane superpower to like figure out which white people are like the most cowardly,
right?
And also figure out who's like running late to something,
right.
This has happened to me twice in the city, and each time, like the last time it happened, I was like going to host Funny Moms, and I was like walking to come on everybody, and like a dude with a basketball like open hand slapped me and then called me a faggot.
That's like, ironically, that's a very gay way to hit somebody.
Yeah, I know. Well, I called him it back, and then my friend was like. Both times this has happened, by the way, the people around me, like when it happened to me going to Funny Moms, my buddy Noah was like, wait, did that guy hit you? And the same thing on the train, because like people thought I just dropped my AirPods. And she's like, oh, I think you dropped this. Like, I didn't drop it. And she's like, what do you mean? It's like, that guy hit you? And I was like, yes. He hit me. They do it quick. It's like a prison style, like, ta-ta.
Well, yeah, because they know, like, yeah, they're like Meta Knight. They just flash in, hit you, and then like flash out. Yeah. They know that you can't get to them or react quickly. They must do it a lot if that's their strategy. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like, what's my alternative? I just have to like keep like my hands up in a guard every time I see a black guy on the train.
I also love that they're just doing it for the love of the game. You know what I mean? Like if they're not trying to rob you or get in a fight. They're just like, but I'll see you later.
They just like fucking with people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I had to like calm myself down and be like, whatever.
How old were
I'm
they?
gonna go have raw sex with my girlfriend later and like take it out on her, which sounds rapey.
I have
but
raw sex with my girlfriend.
I have
We
raw
were on a
fire.
break.
I have Roth IRA sex with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Instead of having sex, we just talk about the money that we're diverting away for our retirement. It's like,
That's pretty great.
401ks are just not the way of the future.
Yeah, you.
There's too many tax penalties.
Oh my God! Look at all the money. Look at how much. It's 3%.
Oh my God, the war in Israel has never been more profitable. Have you seen that shit where they get like bad bitches that are like Israeli, like singers and pop stars, and like bad like hot girls in the IDF, and they just get them to sign the missiles before they launch them?
Really?
Yeah, I gotta show you this. I gotta see if I can find it again.
I said this last week, but right after Matthew Perry died, I saw one on Twitter that was an Israeli signed it and said, "This is for Chandler" on one of the missiles.
That's so fucking insane.
Could we kill any more children?
That's
And the tweet caption was from an Israeli guy. He's like, I love that we still have our sense of humor. You know?
You know, we can keep levity in the situation.
Yes. Much like the Zohan, we will make funny jokes.
No, it is. It's good to put a bad bitch. We had Wonder Woman. She signed the missile.
That was cool, though. I mean, I think I might have to be full Zionist just because I love all the hot women in Israel. Oh, my God.
Right?
I love that.
Isn't that crazy?
That's really cool, man.
But yeah, bad bitches are signing missiles. I'm taking aspirin to prevent a blood clot from happening.
Yeah. Well,
Good
now do
things
you
are
understand Israel's plight, huh? Those black guys are like Hamas coming in.
They're like their blood clot.
Yeah. 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 What is Palestine's like the blood clot of Israel?
Well,
Or
it's
maybe
like
the opposite. This is very racist.
Palestine's like the boyfriend and Israel is the girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
You know, it loves to lie and egg you on and goad you into doing something to stand
Right.
up for yourself. And when you do, she's like, "Oh my God, guys, look what he did!"
Right, and
And
everyone.
they're like, "Asshole,
Asshole.
fucking bitch."
Yeah.
And you're like, "What? No, she was."
And then you steal her Xbox. Or you steal.
We're
something
fucking
of
different
hers.
kind of girls, dude.
No,
That's
my girlfriend didn't have an Xbox.
Yeah,
I was
like, what
just
do
trying
you
to do an
fucking-
analogy.
Yeah, what do you fucking?
You steal
girls
her. You
with-
steal her. You steal her Keel's products.
Sure, dog.
You see, Give me my dog back.
What
No, not until you apologize.
Yeah, the only girls.
I'm
that
trying to
play
say this like
Xbox,
Israel, and I know
yeah.
they're lesbians.
They.
I was
well,
just looking at my
They're
Xbox.
bi
I was
girls
just
with Cookie Monster hats and shit.
I was just looking at my Xbox.
Yeah, that's the precious.
Yes. I would love to date. Although, yeah, I guess there's no real gamer girls. All those girls just have like thousands of YouTube subscribers already. Because it's like a girl playing games. And that's like all of their.
That's part of it. The other part is like, other people hate watching and being like, "I'm gonna report you to the IRS. I know you're not filing these properly."
I love when the incels go after gamer girls just for being girls. Although that happened to like Belle Delphine or whatever, right? That's pretty funny.
Well, that bitch just took it too far. She was selling bath water to thirsty motherfuckers, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching.
Where'd she go?
Oh,
She was like the internet's favorite little waifu for a while.
she probably cashed her chips in. I don't
Cashed
know
her
what
tits
she's
in.
doing. Cashed her tits in.
Yeah.
No, I mean I don't know. You can only do that so long before you like get tired of having to like dodge the IRS or
Yeah.
whatever tax collecting service. Because I think she was British.
Yeah. iGov. OnlyFans. I think also that her whole thing was like looking like a teenager. Like
Yeah.
she had braces and shit.
And then she
And
turned
you
18.
age out of that.
Yeah, her tits came in after she had a kid.
25-year-old e-girls.
No, what happened is the queen died, and she's like, "I can't do this anymore.
I have to, the queen would not have wanted me to do this.
My career ends with the queen."
Actually, when if you're an ego and you turn 25, they take you out back like Old Yeller.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, we can't. She's in pain. She's in pain.
They put a Neuralink in your head. And,
Oh man, that's probably what Elon wants to do. He's like,
and
okay,
make
where?
you go work at an Amazon factory.
That's the thing about Elon with that. It's like you can't even get the fucking Twitter. When I post a Twitter link, the image reply doesn't even show up. Who's trusting their brain to Elon if he can't even get fucking Twitter working? You know what I mean?
People that believe in the future, Robbie.
I hate futurists so much.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm conservative now. We need to stop AI. I don't like AI. We're progressing too much. I don't like AI. I think social media is bad for the world.
And I think comedy should be 2008.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a Dane Cook conservative.
Yeah.
I think it should be just the year Obama got elected, and then that's it forever.
That's all I want.
Take me back, dude. Soprano, and you know what?
Modern Warfare 2.
It was a better. Yeah. See, look, they're still making Modern Warfare, and everyone just watches The Sopranos and fucking The Office, and so everyone else wants it to be 2005 too. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's also like getting harder to tell like what year media is from because it's like we're doing all the same IPs, but also video fidelity has gotten about as good as it can get to photorealism. So it's like, I don't know, like you used to be able to look at something, and the grain on the film or the way it was shot and appeared like told you that was old, or like you look at a picture of an old person, it's black and white. It's like, oh, it makes sense that they're old and wrinkly now, but we're gonna be like old in our 80s if we live that long. And we're just going to see, like, high-fidelity 4K pictures of us, like, young and vibrant. Our dick still work.
Oh, man, that's going to suck,
and it's going to be like, what the hell happened to that guy?
But you know what? That's going to look dated with whatever. I mean, I think it's just going to pivot to,
Is that going to be a hologram?
Or people are just going to look at AI fucking pictures of people. I don't know. I think people are like, oh, remember when we used to look at real pictures of real people? Like, everything's just going to be, like, Facetune to hell. Like it'll get to the point where they take a picture of you, and it'll immediately do all the best filters for you and shit like that. So you'll immediately just look hotter than you are when you snap the photo.
No, I think we're going to go to a war with Iran and Russia, and everything's going to end.
That's cool. Yeah. So we'll never have to deal with aging.
We'll never have to deal with it because we'll die in
I will say this. Our generation is aging a lot better than previous, because I was watching On the Waterfront, and Marlon Brando, he's very hot in that movie, but he looks like fucking 45. And his boss is like, look, your life's almost over, kid. You're pushing 30. And it's like, he's supposed to be 29 years old. It's like, go on, man. That's all over for me, but maybe someday it'll be good.
That could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender. It's like, you're
really,
supposed to be fucking 29, though? That's like, Steph Curry is 35. You can still be a contender.
Yeah.
That movie's so funny.
Well, that's also just like a horrible like message to be broadcast to like like where we're at in our lives, because that is where we're at.
Yeah.
You a little bit more because you're a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
Of just being like, yeah, dude, I didn't make it at 22. It's over, dude.
But I think it was back then. I think because it was like, look, your life's half over. Everyone dies at 54 of a heart attack from whiskey. You know? People just aged rapidly.
Oh,
back
yeah, dude.
then,
like,
you know?
That's what I was like trying
There's
to
no modern
get
medicine.
at earlier, is that like my dad used to make me watch all these bourbon documentaries,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be these like fat diabetic guys and be like, my name's Bill, I'm the distillery manager at Angel's Envy. And it's like, Bill is 32 years old. It's just like, it's like, Bill did not make it to the end of this documentary. And like at the end of the documentary, they dedicate it to like 5 people they interviewed because they died of congenital heart failure from sipping whiskey.
The entire booze industry is just a bunch of Hans Molemans, you know, just out there like, I'm in charge of Death and Company. I'm 18 years old.
Yeah, dude, it's literally like a guy that's like, it's like, Zach Amico?
yeah.
And it's just like a whiskey fiend.
Yeah.
And like, they get bitched at and drink themselves to
I mean,
death
my favorite
by their-
bartender to follow is at Creative Drunk, because he's like really good, but he looks like hell. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's getting high on his own supply.
I bet he's Scarfacing out.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, all those guys are drunks in the alcohol industry. There's not a lot of Ted Dansons in that industry, you know, who are like, I work in booze, but I don't partake. They're all in it because they love alcohol, and they're like, how do I rationalize this decision? You know,
It's hard not to be. You're more of a psycho if like you can be a sober bartender.
Yeah.
Like the only way I like know that you can achieve that is like you have to have like a separate driving goal outside of bartending. Like I knew a guy that was like a sober bartender, but it's because he's like, I want to get it through flight school, and it's like,
right,
yeah, well, yeah,
right.
that'll do
It's
it.
the thing to do
Yeah.
while you're waiting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And people in like the alcohol industry, they're like, I want to make a career out of beer, and those guys are not getting sober. You know what I mean?
No, dude.
It's like if you were
It's like being like a stand-up comic and being like, yeah, I want to make a career out of doing comedy, and you're like, why am I still gay and annoying? It's like,
Right.
well, it's the life path you chose.
well, it's like there's like, you know how like every person that's like a fan that just goes to comedy shows all the time, they just become comedians every single time.
Yeah, it's hard not to, dude, because it's such a
the bar to entry is so low.
It's such a low bar to entry.
Literally anyone can go to an open mic.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why everybody's like comedy's like hard. It's like it takes a second to figure it out, but it isn't hard.
I mean, it's hard to actually make it. It's not hard to be a part of the community.
You know, you can, but not even be a part of it because there's bad people that are part of the community. But like,
but those comedy fans that just turn into comedians, they're never good. I'm just saying like
no, but like
there's a low bar to entry to just calling yourself a comedian.
You just have to have self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing. It really isn't that hard to be. Everybody always talks about how hard stand-up is. Like, it's not. It's a carny trick. It's so easy, dude.
Yeah.
It is. It's the easiest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, but you're talented. I think a lot of people aren't talented.
I don't even know how much talent it requires because it's like, what? Go do the road. Oh, you're in a rival town. Oh yeah, fucking shit on the other town. And be like, oh, doesn't this town
in terms
2 miles over suck?
To get a good response, it's not that hard?
No, like, to say something that's, like, deliberate and maybe, like, different and to like, do what, like, Louis did, where it's, like, you push the genre of entertainment further.
Yeah.
I think that requires
I don't know, man. I mean, I just think we both have just done a ton of shows. If it was easy, there wouldn't be so many shows we go to where it seems like everyone sucked, you know? Although we do live in New York.
Maybe so.
I think in a small town. Try that in a small town. You'll probably
try stand-up in a small town.
You'll probably do pretty well.
You'll probably feature at the local club.
Yeah, you'll probably open for Neil Brennan in about a few weeks. Yeah, I mean, the thing about comedy is, and here's why also is, I went to go support a friend at the Industry Room, and I hadn't seen Bringer comedy in a while. And boy, what a blast from the past. Like, the things that people think, like... So these shows bringers, what you have to do is you have to like bring like 5 people basically, and you get to do a show at a sold out club. And so at these shows, the talent varies very, very rapidly between like people who actually do comedy and people who are just like starting it for the first time. And so you'd see like a guy go up there with like super polished bits, killed it for 5 minutes. The next guy go up and be like, "So I'm gay and I hate Palestine." You know, it's just like, did you write this 3 weeks ago? And it's very funny when people like it's always the same kind of person that they like sit down to write a bit and they're like, "Oh, that sounds like stand-up comedy," and they do it on stage and it's fucking. So what I'm trying to say is it really is not easy, and especially because I can tell, maybe just because I've done it for so long, is the people who are doing bits where it's like, okay, this clearly you're probably, I'm gonna guess, second or third time on stage. Like you can tell, and the crowd response is kind of like along with that, as crowd dependent as stand-up is, and I think it's like really crowd dependent.
I don't know.
More than people care to admit.
No, it is crowd dependent. Like, you can see the caliber of a comedian is heavily dependent. Like, if it's your first time seeing them, is heavily dependent upon how the crowd's responding to them.
Yep.
It definitely takes a discerning eye to like be able to tell when somebody's bombing gracefully.
Yeah. And I will say there is a certain like level of skill that once you get to, and it's like kind of mid tier. That's like if you're in front of a hot crowd, you're gonna kill probably.
Yeah.
You know. So and at that point, your skill is a lot more like, it almost like doesn't matter as much, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think as though it's like the reason that stops a lot of people from being funny is because it's like a lack of self-awareness, and then their goals are like incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Like what they want to get out of comedy is like being relevant to people and like having some sort of like lofty entertainment career.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, you should just want to be like better than everybody on the lineup.
Yeah.
And not like in a like a malicious sense where you're like, yeah, all these people suck.
No, you want to be the
But
guy.
But you gotta really throw the fucking gauntlet down and stand out.
Which I did on the Pop Collar show last Saturday. Shout out Dan Wicks.
Shout out Dan Wicks. Yeah, that show's fun.
It was fun. Yeah, I had a good time.
I'm glad they condensed it into just the 9 o'clock though.
Yeah, what was he trying to do? Was he trying to?
Well, I think they had like a lot of foot traffic before the pandemic.
Right.
And then it's just like.
Yeah, the pandemic kind of killed a lot of stand-up comedy in New York City. It's kind of getting back to where it was, but it's not where it was. I miss it. I miss just getting up all the time. But I realize this. I get really bummed out about comedy unless I'm doing stand-up a lot, I think. And so even though it's not really going anywhere, that's the only thing that like actually makes me happy is like just getting up and performing.
That's good then.
Like that makes it, that's more fun. That like keeps me going more than like even like, you know, as much as I love podcasting, there's just something a little bit more immediate and like, oh, on a biological level, I should be doing this. Like,
yeah, that's
like doing well in front of a crowd, you know?
Well, yeah, that's why like the idea of like relocating to some place like Chicago or like Philly or like places where like there's good crowds.
Yeah, I
and
know.
stage time is accessible. And it's just like, yeah, maybe I just like doing this.
Yeah, I'm going to San Francisco in a few weeks. I'm gonna do like a week of shows. I'm kind of thinking like if I have a really good time doing this, I might just go move home. You know.
Yeah, is your dad still there? Or your
Yeah,
mom?
but I have a lot of family there. Yeah, my like grandma, grandpa, my like both my grandmas, one of my grandpas, aunts, uncles, my dad.
Oh goddamn, dude! Yeah, you should go down.
Yeah, I should just go back home.
Oh, my family's fucking
I don't think
dead.
New York is really working out.
Yeah, go see your live grandparents. Jesus Christ.
I know.
This place sucks.
It really does.
There's nothing good about
Mm-hmm.
living here.
Yeah.
I've like
And I feel like I'm watching my dad's life pass me by before my eyes. But my mom lives in Boston, so it's close.
that's nice.
And I have more friends here than in the Bay Area still. I guess you can make friends.
You can make friends, but all
And
you,
I have
you,
this-
you
and
don't
I
need
still-
like a large group of friends. I only need what do we need? One friend.
One friend.
Welcome to the Andrew Tate podcast.
Yeah.
I know this
who's
isn't how
who's
he
his
talks.
voice? Is
This
this Matt
is-
Marin?
Yeah, I don't know. This is just like this is how my brain intakes Andrew Tate. I just
Mhm.
hear the Fortnite voice.
Right.
I know he has like some weird like bastard.
No, he kind of sounds like this. I have a Bugatti.
You go in with a Bugatti. And you go to the girl and you say it's like a weird. It like
Here's
he
the thing.
oscillate. His accent is like oscillating
Yeah.
between different ones.
I hate
So-
how it's kind of like Matt Marin meets Louis J. Gomez, the voice. It's kind of like,
he's just like a.
here's the
British-
thing, doggy. What you need to do is go over there and fuck a girl in the ass. Whether she wants to or not, she will submit, you know?
And if you take out your nunchucks, that will win her over.
Yeah.
The
The first thing you need to do is get a big sword. You need to get a big sword and brandish it in front of her. Also, I will be bringing 400 factor meals to Palestine.
You need to go to a girl and show and brandish your katana to her.
And bring her back to your wonderful
Such
country.
a horrible impression.
Bring your... I haven't
That-
seen that much Andrew Tate.
Yeah, well, he kind of he like went to jail for a little bit and then fizzled out.
Yeah, I haven't seen him on social...
Sparkling water.
They must have really cracked on him. We will take... I love Britain. Oh, yeah, America rules.
I live in Romania
Here-
with my brother.
Here's what I
We
can-
share everything,
here's-
like Muslims.
like Muslims. This is why I can never hate America, is because I was watching that I don't know if this is legit or not, but there's like a video going around of the king saying that they were banning all smoking in Britain. I don't smoke, so I don't really care about that, but it's just funny that he was like doing this thing that's going to be very unpopular, and he's wearing a fucking crown and has
He's
a
wearing a
staff.
crown and scepter, like, no fags in Britain. It's like, whoa, buddy. You're part of the 21st century
We are eliminating all
West.
faggots. No one under 14 will ever smoke one again.
You can't.
That's what they call them.
They don't call them
I
faggots.
think
They call
that's
them fags.
No, they call them flaming faggots.
Yeah.
Oh.
You hear this? The king shutting down the punch factory.
I
He's
definitely
shutting down
thought...
me father and me father's father
yeah.
went and worked at the punch factory where they made all the punches and the ninnies.
Yeah. Yeah, so
He died.
so he's wearing like a crown. It's like I could never I would be so mad if a guy wearing a fucking crown was telling me what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, could you hold the mic up a little bit? No,
Yeah.
like put your hand up farther.
Like
yeah,
here?
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause this
I'd
will
like a
fuck
guy
with
with a
the
turban telling me what to do.
Well, that'd be
That makes
cool. A
sense.
turban at least that's of the people, you know?
Yeah.
Anyone could get a turban.
Yeah, I would like a sultan, but yeah, a king.
I think we just had a queen for so long, and the queen just has like a little tasteful tiara. That a guy in a fucking crown
I think we
and a
just
staff.
we became accustomed to like that. You should only be dressed like that if you're like doing a Def Jam set. That's the only
Dude,
time that you should be bejeweled.
You mean the king of comedy?
Yeah.
you get declared a king of comedy.
You're
get,
knighted
You
it,
get
yeah,
knighted as D.L.
as the
Hughley.
king, yeah.
yeah.
Sir D.L. Hughley,
Sir-
Sir Cat Williams,
Yeah.
Sir
Sir
Bernie Mac.
Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, who's knighting all these black entertainers?
Jesse Jackson.
I was Suge Knighted the other day.
There we go.
You get held
Yeah,
over
you
back
get
a balcony,
Suge
and you're like, I pronounce you Tupac Shakur.
Queen Latifah has died. You are now the king of comedy.
You're now the pimp
You are now.
himself. You're now King Cat Williams the first.
Can you believe
your
Queen
name.
Latifah's been the queen for 20 years?
I can't.
That's so crazy.
I pronounce you King Von.
Yeah. I now pronounce you Rodney King. My
Yeah.
guys love having royalty names. Wow, that's crazy. There's so many of these. Suge Knight, Rodney King, Queen
yeah,
Latifah.
they do have a brother. Brothers do have illustrious names.
Let
Sometimes.
let's just say we was kangs.
Yeah, dude, I knew a guy growing up. His name was Knowledge. One of the
Mhm.
dumbest guys I ever met in my life.
Did you see a Palestinian woman drove into she like drove her car into a thing that said Israel, but because she was like trying to, it was just like a whatever.
What, it was like she was coming out for a homecoming game? It was like a banner?
No, she was just like trying to do a protest, and she crashed her car. It was a black Israelite thing, so she just she fucked up.
I just been a lady driver.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, yeah. How do we know she just wasn't a woman driving any time, right, folks?
No, that sucks. That's really stupid when people like that have the moral high ground do dumb shit like that.
That's so great.
It's like,
I love
you
it.
really lost it there.
Yeah, I'm in a group chat where that's very anti Palestine or anti-Israel. So so they share all the.
Oh yeah.
But then when I hit them back with one against Palestine, it's radio silence. They don't take quite the same glee.
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, so this is just pure tribal. My team good, your team bad. You know, if you can't laugh at an idiot doing
yeah,
bad.
you guys have just been rejected by the industry, so you have Palestine politics.
There's definitely an element of that.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, the Jews control the media, but they're doing a hell of a job,
give me JFL.
Give me JFL. Just for latkes. Jewish for laughs.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my
Jews fighting libtards.
Jews, dude. That's what they should call the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should call it JFL.
JFL.
Jews fighting libtards.
Yeah, that is sort of what their whole shtick is.
Yeah. Actually, Candace Owens is going rogue though. She's pure Palestine. She did. She hit him with a from the river to the sea.
So is Tucker Carlson.
That's so fun. The MAGA guys are Palestine.
Yeah, well, 'cause it's like, dude, Israel's wilding out.
I think they're just very anti like West and just having our fingers in the Middle East at all. So they're
That
like,
too,
fuck
well, 'cause
this.
it's like there's like an element of like this is gonna drag us into a war with Iran. It will 100% do it.
Yeah.
You have like Nikki Haley being like, "Don't stop at Hamas, take it to Iran." It's like, do you know how many
Whoa.
people live in Iran? 90 million fucking people.
What's with Iran? How about you just chill out, huh?
Yeah, Iran, get your ass back in the damn house.
Man, Iran,
Stop acting a fool.
Iran over here.
I ran over.
I
here
ran
to
over
the
here.
set. I ran over to Israel, and I saw all the IDF babes, and I was like, "Ooh, shit! I gotta go before my wife knows that I'm here."
Did a black comic name those countries? Iran, Israel,
Israel, Lebanon,
Palestine,
Jordan,
Jordan, get your ass out.
Jordan,
Yeah, we go into work because we step on their Jordans.
Syria.
Syria? Are you serious? Are you Syria right now? Syria?
Why so Syria?
Oh man, I Afghanistan that.
My father was an IDF babe lover.
My
And one
father.
day he logs on hornier than usual.
My father was a prime minister.
And he
Guess of
likes
which country?
That's the funniest thing, watching fucking Trudeau be a fucking shill. Like, literally almost catching himself saying ceasefires. Like, cease hostilities.
Caesar, Little Caesars.
Little Caesar's Pizza.
Go
yeah.
eat little $5 French.
That is what the black guys in the comments are. I was like, well, seize what? Little Caesar's Pizza?
Yeah.
Fucking call for a ceasefire with your dumb ass. Acting like a pussy, acting like we didn't see you do blackface.
Trudeau's like, oh yeah, also, well, we gotta seize what? Caesar's rewards. We gotta join.
Seize the day? What the hell? What? Yo, hit me with that carpe diem
Carpe
bullshit.
diem. That's a bunch of carpet. That's a bunch of crap.
Carpe diem bombing them.
My
fucking
name is
Palestinians.
Carpe Diem.
My name is Carpe Diem. I provide elegant and equestrious solutions to your day-to-day problems and felonious doings.
Felonious doings. My name is Felonious Doings. Dude, I was talking about this on Spook Show. There's a fucking
Okay, well maybe we don't name that show while we're doing a fucking black guy.
no,
rip.
Zach Amico's Midnight Spook Show, not
What the fuck?
not the other.
What the hell, man?
That'd be funny though if I just
Robbie.
called a black podcast.
Shame on
that.
you. Issue,
No,
issue
come on,
an
you guys.
apology right now to the viewers.
Ceasefire on me,
Ceasefire,
trolls,
yeah.
or black people.
Yeah, ceasefire on those fucking YouTube comments.
But there's a few great new athlete names. A Million Bugs is one. That's his name. His first name is Million. His last name is Bugs.
Nice.
There's one just named Michael Penix, and instead of an S, it's an X.
This is from that Key and Peele sketch? Or
No,
this
these
is-
are real new names. And my personal favorite, this is a white guy, but Steve Kerr's son is coaching.
Nicholas Kerr.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you really got to use the full name on that one.
Yeah.
Damn. He had to have known.
I think he didn't. He's so in with black people that he's like, well, why would anyone ever say that? Steve Kerr.
Yeah, dude, that's like such a glaring omission. I don't know. Sometimes you Freudian slip like that. Maybe he was just so frustrated at work that he just like unknowingly named his son like
We're
a
calling him
racial
Nick.
epithet.
We're
you
calling
know?
him Nick.
No Nicholas.
Do you think?
We're spelling it Nick.
Do you think when the kid was like, "I'm actually gonna go by Nick," he was like, "Oh, go."
Ooh.
Oh no. How about Nicky? I thought we were gonna call you Nicky.
Yeah, he got a substitute teacher fired on accident.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes people let stupid shit
Do you think?
slip.
Do you think when someone calls to get him at like a bar, they're like, "All right, buddy, nice try," like Mo the bartender?
Oh yeah, they think it's like a prank. Name.
Yeah. Is there a?
Is there a? Oh,
you
almost
rascal! No,
got
I'm
me.
looking for my friend Nick. He's been kidnapped. I'm not falling for it this time.
Why would he be kidnapped at a bar? Now I know this is a prank.
Also,
I cannot in good faith say that name out loud.
no one's asked me to yell for someone in about 20 years after the invention of cell phones.
Everybody has everybody's location.
I saw in The Simpsons the writers were like, we no longer have Homer strangle Bart because times have changed.
Okay.
What say you on that?
I don't know. What is the funny take to have on something that fucking stupid?
Oh, it's funny that The Simpsons has just been going on for, like when it started, it was funny to strangle your child on television.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I don't understand the moral posturing from like cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
When did cartoons become the paragon for like society's morality?
Right. South Park's like, we're no longer having Carton call Kyle a Jew due to recent events.
Yeah, it's just like weird. And then they stopped having like white characters voice like anybody that isn't white.
I know. They just got
Or,
it.
like,
They just
yeah.
got a poo out of there. He's not on the show anymore.
What's the thing is like, but they'll even still have like brown characters, but like Cleveland's voiced by an
Yeah.
impressionist that's black instead of like Mike Henry who.
You know, the
invented
guy
voice.
Cleveland does do a good job.
Yeah, no, I don't I don't have the issue with like an.
But the guy does
impressionist doing a
Carl on The
job.
Simpsons stinks. He's terrible.
Who did? Oh, somebody they got a black guy to do Carl.
Yeah, the black guy's Carl. It doesn't sound like Carl.
It would be funny though.
Get me in there.
It'd
Oh,
be
how's it going, Oma?
It would be funny though if like they had like a famous black guy that sounds nothing like him,
Right,
but it's
right.
clearly a black guy, not like a guy trying to do an impression of Carl, but like
This is Denzel Washington.
yeah.
It's like, all right, Lenny. Okay, Lenny. Let me tell you. It's fucking Barack Obama. Oh, Lenny. We got I'm a minimum wage worker at the power plant.
Homer, I noticed you were silent on the Palestine debacle. Silence is violence.
Hey, Lenny, can you? Or hey, Carl, can you cover for me? With Allstate, we all can cover for you. You're always covered with Allstate.
Imagine a world where we do impressions for the next 30 minutes.
Hey, that's my whole fucking. Hey, we gotta kill.
We gotta kill some time.
Yeah, no, I mean we're at 42 minutes right now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
don't know.
this is flying by. Quite
It is
frankly,
flying by, yeah.
we said like 8
I've
things
only
that'll get us canceled.
I've only Googled blood clot symptoms like twice.
Yeah, is that what you're doing on your phone?
That is what I was doing on my phone.
Oh my god, dude, you are a hypo. So what's it like being a hypochondriac? What does that mean?
I don't know. It wasn't a thing I was like until recently. I don't know. It's just I feel like a girl all the time. Like I'm just like making problems where there aren't any, and just constantly like freaking out. You know, like my life is perfect and idyllic, and like I just have to like look through my phone to find issues that aren't there.
Right.
I'm looking through my own phone, like
Right.
a girl. Like, what can I find to upset me today? What's pissing me off?
Dude, I think I'm a girl. I do that too. I go on Reddit and I like.
Who
just
likes these
search.
comics I hate?
Yeah, dude, I fucking do it. Why does my brain
Why
do
they
that?
have fans and why don't I?
I know. Why do I? Why don't I search for things
Start
that
being
bring
mean
me
to people.
joy on Instagram?
Yeah.
You know, why am I looking at people I like? Why do I always gravitate to like people I have a problem with or exes? You know,
Dude, 'cause you love haterade.
I really do.
I just like looking at bad bitches sign missiles that are about to kill children.
It's addictive, huh? I mean, isn't it stupid? Our brain gives us dopamine when we see something we hate.
Wow, this is so crazy.
What?
I'm just like I translated the Hebrew in the caption. Suddenly, the dream of returning to the beaches of Gush Katif, which is a Jewish settlement that used to be part of Palestine,
Mm-hmm.
and the beautiful houses we left there is not far from reality. And it's just like a nerve gas missile that's like signed by like, a very pretty lady
Mm-hmm.
who has nothing but hate in her heart for anybody that's not Israeli.
Yeah. The only Jewish settlement I want is my one against the Weinstein Company. I'm suing them.
My check from doing JFL because I retweeted Mark Hamill pro-Israel tweets. Yeah,
I guess I'm pro-Israel just
Yeah.
because I like Jewish girls a lot.
Netanyahu is Obi-Wan Kenobi. You get confirmed by Mark Hamill.
Right. Hamas is Palpatine. Palestine more like Palpatine.
Yeah. Well, Zelensky is I can't do a Mark Hamill, but just imagine I'm doing Mark Hamill.
Just do
Zelensky is Luke Skywalker, and Netanyahu's Obi-Wan, and
Is he
Palestine. Palestine is that Palestinian school and /hospital. That's the Death Star, and we have to blow it up.
I would just do that. Here's my Mark Hamill. Oh yes, Batman. We have to because he was the.
He was the Joker. Yeah. Just like after he fucking launches a missile.
Right. He's like
Chuck E. Cheese.
Ooh. He has an IDF.
Yeah, he's a little bit gravelly in his voice. I'm just gonna do Jewish Mark Hamill.
He has like an AR-15, but it just like he shoots it. And just there's a flag that says bang.
Yeah, it's an Israeli flag that pops out. Yeah,
it says bang, and then it releases white phosphorus.
Oh yeah, then it just burns the guy's face off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my rheumatoid arthritis started acting up when I was firing missiles at that daycare.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. It was blocking my view of the Chuck E. Cheese where I like to watch the children play.
I don't know what
I was in that Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't know what the hell is going on
and
with
a bunch
Israel,
of Palestinian
Palestine.
kids, they cut me in line. I wanted to ride the helicopter that goes up to the ceiling, and they didn't let me go on. So now they have to find solace that the wrath of God and all of His chosen people are raining down upon them, and feel the ire of a full-grown man that didn't get to go on the Chuck E. Cheese ride he wanted to.
It is funny that it's like a landlord dispute when you think about it.
Oh yeah, they're like, please turn back on the water
I'm going to
and the
be
gas. It's
I'm
like,
going-
but you didn't. Yeah, I don't
you're
think
late.
so.
You're late on rent.
I understand that you have a lease with us, but my nephew needs a place to stay. He's moving from Boston, and I just think he should have your space instead of you.
Yeah, I was asking Dalton about it because he never had like leftist tendencies. Like, they just remind me of my landlords, man.
Dude, that guy's crazy.
Him?
That boy wild as hell.
He's wild as hell.
I didn't mean
shit,
it crazy
still
in
water.
like a he should.
Oh,
be
he's a crazy
committed
ass
way.
white boy.
He a crazy ass white boy.
I love crazy ass white boys, dude. There's a white guy. The guy, Wolfgang. Don't hold it here. That fucks with the cord too.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And it also just picks up on the thing. Only I can hear it, so I don't blame
Well,
you.
the viewers will hear it and they'll be mad at me.
The viewers will hear it.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck you, viewers. I'm just kidding. Please subscribe to our Patreon. What else can we talk about? What else is going on in the news? So this documentary I saw about this guy, Boogie2896. Do you know about this guy?
He's the white guy that grew up in Florida and he sounds completely black.
No. He's one of those like super obese like Funko Pop YouTubers.
Oh.
He was like one of the original big YouTubers, but there's this documentary out about how he like lost all of his money, and it is fascinating. I forgot that these kinds of guys exist, like these like autistic Midwest ugly Funko Pop Magic the Gathering nerds guys with just no prospects. Guys who just stayed in 8th grade forever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he's like intensely obese. He had the gastric bypass surgery, and he's still fucking crazy obese. He like lost all of his money. He somehow spent $7,000 a month in Arkansas. That's crazy. But he was like, they were going through his purchase. He's like, I had to buy this $100 sound bar because like television's the only thing that makes me happy, And so it's basically like they filmed him. It wasn't like one of those rise and fall YouTube documentaries. They like followed him around. And his life is just so dark and depressing, but it's all his fault. You just watch this guy like just be narcissistic and like self-sabotage himself like crazy. I'm not doing it justice. Go check it out because I actually I never heard of this guy. A lot of people I know have, but he's just like, if you just want to watch a guy just like get his life ruined and it's all his fault. He had like 6 million subscribers and only gets like 10,000 views an episode or whatever, or a video or something. And it's still like, Mario, wow, we'll do the new Tears of the Kingdom came out, but his just life is just a dark, depressing, like, Harmony Korean movie, basically. He somehow has a 20-year-old girlfriend, though. I don't know how he swung that. It was, like, kind of cute, too, so. Good for you, dude.
I don't know. He's still obese after the bypass?
Yeah, he got the gastric, the surgery. And he has, like, he has, like, sleep apnea. He's, like, 8 different cancer. He's like a covert narcissist. He's like diagnosed. So he's just constantly throwing himself pity parties, but also like finding reasons why he can't turn his life around. And just
That kind of sounds like us, to be honest.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
I promise.
I'm only looking at an Xbox in every like classic film.
Yeah.
that we love.
Well, at least it's classic. At least, but he's like.
I have taste.
Yeah.
I like Blade Runner.
Honestly, yes. And
he likes dumb baby shit.
yeah, he spends like he gets in like girlfriend experience shit. Just
Our
spends a
minute
ton of money on
differences that are imperceptible to women are important and matter.
Well, here's the difference: is he's very confident. I have no confidence.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
I know.
It really does suck when you meet like total losers that like really are just dunking on you with their life. But it sounds like he's miserable, so that's.
Well, he has a terrible life. He's gonna die in like 2. He's like, they were like, "Do you think you're gonna make it to 50?" He's like, "I'm definitely making it to 50. I'm 48, 60. I don't know. I guess not." It's like just a crazy thing, just like lie down and accept, you know.
Oh, you kind of have to lie down and do most things if that's your lifestyle.
You can change. You can lose when you're that fat. You can lose a lot of weight. You're not gonna look great, but you're gonna.
Suppley did it.
Yeah, when I was 300, you can get down from morbidly obese to regular fat relatively easily.
And then maybe even jacked if you're fucking determined enough.
Going from fat to jacked that's hard.
It's
actually
easier
really
to go to from fat to jacked than it is to go from skinny to jacked. It's like harder mentally maybe because there's a lot of self-image things.
Yeah, I could see that.
But it's easier to re-sculpt. It's like sculpting a big block of marble instead of like trying to add to it when it's already sculpted down. Because if you're like a fucking skinny dude, you're adding mass.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to add the mass. He just has to sculpt it.
You still have to add mass though if you're fat. Here's why it's harder maybe to get fat, because you still have to build the muscle.
Yeah, no, you have to
and
build
you have
the
to
muscle,
lose weight.
But the fat will deteriorate into like, much more compact but denser muscle.
Yeah, but the guys who get jacked here's the people who get jacked the easiest is honestly just
black guys.
Black guys for some reason.
Black guys and gay guys.
Well, yeah, gay guys. How do gay guys do it? All they do is drink all the time, and they're like in the best shape of anybody.
But they also it's counteracted with like very active lifestyles, the freedom to like
right. They're just in the gym
work
constantly.
Out, go to the gym. Also like party. A lot of the party drugs they do like are some form of like amphetamine that makes you skinnier and like
that's cool.
Decreases appetite. Like I don't know. They just. But also it's just like, I think it's like the culture's there.
There's more I think if you had if you have more biological pressure on you to be hot too, it's easier.
Well, it's a cultural pressure because it's like you have to fucking.
No, I think it's biological too though, because men just want to see a hot thing. That's why women are hot.
Yeah, but like I don't know, but there's a stronger cultural pressure of like I don't want these fucking queens to shit talk me and say I put on weight.
That too, yeah.
It's the same reason girls are hot.
That too, but it's also I think yeah, it's both, right? It's cultural and biological, so that's a lot of pressure on you to be hot.
Yeah.
Men really don't have either of those.
Men give up after 25.
Yeah.
Unless they're like super hyper-driven, successful people.
Yeah.
You hit 25 and you're like, all right, time to spiral into the endless void.
What's up? I'm going on year 7. I'm spiraling into the endless void. Yeah, I had hope at 24, I think. I think I really did have like... Damn, I'm sort of sounding like Boogie 2826. I'm like, it's all over, man.
Yeah, I told you, you're Boogie.
Nah,
Boogie,
take
dude.
that back.
I'll get you a
right
Funko
now.
Pop for Christmas.
No.
Do you want Lando Calrissian or Luke Skywalker?
Maybe I should just become that kind of guy. Maybe I'd be happier.
Funko Pop guy? Yeah, for sure. People that lack self-awareness, generally speaking, are like more happy.
Oh, the funniest was they interviewed one of his escorts, and she goes, and after she fucks him, she's like, and after that I gave up on being an escort.
Oh, dude, he's making hoes hang their jerseys up in the rafters.
Yeah, she was hurt.
God, how fat you gotta be to fucking make a hoe stop hoeing?
I know. How you gonna be fat that you turn a whore into a housewife?
How you gonna be so fat you turn a bitch gay?
Man, how you gonna be fat? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I have like a heavy cornstarch and fat-based diet.
That does suck to be
revolves around
someone's
fast foods
rock
and
bottom.
easily accessible produce that's.
I think I might have been
genetically
that to someone. Because someone did hook up with me and then they got sober quickly after. So I might have been someone's rock bottom.
Yeah, the trick is you got to be your own rock bottom.
Dwayne the Rock Bottom.
Dwayne the Rock Bottom.
And he's just getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah. All right, I'm here in beautiful San Francisco getting fucked by a Taiwanese man.
Can you smell the dick you're putting into my ass? All right.
All right, viewers. The real question is, where do I go to make sure I'm not suffering from a blood clot without having to go to the hospital or the emergency room and spending a lot of money?
Where do you need to go?
I don't know. I just like want to figure out if I'm having a fucking.
Do you
blood
really
clot
think
or-
you're having a blood clot right now?
Well, it's tough because like I said, like a lot of the symptoms are just normal shit. Like it starts with cramps in your legs, which I had, and then it like moves to your lungs. Which
You only think you have a blood clot because that guy died of a blood clot.
well, the thing is, my dad also had the same thing he had years ago, and he caught it.
I don't think you have a blood clot, dude. I think you're fine.
I think I'm
you're
fine
panicking.
too, but that's the problem. Is that the fucking thing is?
I have beta blockers if you want one of those. I don't know if that helps.
No, the problem is I'm being too alpha right now.
Yeah.
I'm being too cool with. Well, actually, I'm being the opposite of cool with death. Maybe I'm being pretty beta right now, so I might need.
You're being a
blocker.
little bit, dude. You're you can't panic and then be like, I'm alpha.
I'm actually an alpha because I'm scared. A real alpha shows his fear. He has no problem showing his fear to roughly, what do you get, 3,000, 4,000 views on these?
Yeah, like 1 to 2,000 usually.
Okay.
Oh, I guess with the audio about, I would say 2.5 thousand. That's about it, right?
2.5 thousand. Yeah, that's the real alpha move, is to be a bitch in front of nameless people on the internet.
Yeah, but that makes you appealing.
No, but what I'm saying is that, like...
No, you need to be like Luis Gomez. Do not show weakness.
Yeah, it's just like I have, like, all the, like, symptoms, which happen to be, like, very, like, normal things to experience with, like, a common cold, which is, like, muscle aches and then, like, cough.
Yeah.
Because what happens is it starts in your leg and then it moves to your lungs, and then from your lungs it can like affect either your oxygen flow or it can go to your heart.
Yeah. I think you're okay.
Yeah.
If you were really worried about it, I would go to a doctor and just say, is there anything preventative I can do to keep, or like, are there any symptoms I need to like really keep track of? But here's the thing. Everyone, think of how many people get cramps in their legs, and it's just a cramp in their leg every single day.
Oh yeah, no, but now it's just progressed into like labored breathing is the problem.
You're having labored breathing?
Yeah.
I think you're just panicking.
Yeah, I think I'm panicking. I think I'm being
It's because we were
right
just
now.
talking. What are the odds that we were talking about having blood clots and then you have a blood clot?
Pretty high because I'm sort of a manifester.
You're doing the reverse secret.
I'm a womanifester.
I'm a womanifester.
I'm a womanifester. I think of
I think a bitch is
improbable health ailments, and I believe I'm suffering from all of them.
My name is Improbable Ailment.
I'm something of a hypochondriac. See, I was adopted by Ashkenazi Jews, and unfortunately, I don't have a cool, easy, laid-back black style of living my life.
Yeah.
I'm actually very paranoid and constantly afraid. I get in an Uber with a man named Muhammad. I'm like, it's the day of jihad. My Jewish black ass can't be in this Uber right now. I'm scared for my life.
I was cursed with a smooth, confident black man's voice and a womanly Jewish brain.
Honestly, I'm loving everything Amy Schumer is posting right now.
That's kind of like you. You seem very calm, but it seems like you're freaking out in your head.
Oh, I am, yeah. No, I'm totally. This is me freaking out.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Really? You seem like you took a Xanax.
I'm just tired. I just like.
I mean, in a good way. I mean, you do
Yeah.
not seem like you're panicking.
It's just weird. I hit this thing where like I drank way too much out in Minneapolis when I was doing the road this summer, and then I passed out in my hotel room.
Oh no.
And I was like having all these health ailments and like trying to get like all of that stuff checked out and make sure that like
Yeah. Were you fine?
I'm fine. Yeah,
I mean people
like
pass out. Were you drunk and passed out?
no, it was the day after drinking. I was like I was just so hungover and like I was really dehydrated. Needed like a lot of water and like electrolytes, and I just couldn't stand up, and I could like feel like my heart like pounding in my chest, and it was like the first time in a while I was like, oh, you're gonna die if you like keep doing this. And so I like went and just to like cover my bases while I still have like health insurance. Just like went, got my heart looked at, that was fine, and then I went to this sketchy place for an MRI to make sure it wasn't like a brain thing. And they never called me back after my imaging results, and I never got billed for it. So I just maybe it's fucking brain.
I mean, if it was something bad, they would have called you. I think
That's what I think.
Hippocratic oath or whatever the fuck.
The thing is that like I've lived 25 years of my life like being blissfully like unaware of mortal danger and like problems. Like I was never like this as a kid or even as like a young adult.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, it gets. I mean, honestly, I just started kind of thinking about my health a lot, but I'm also in my 30s. I think you're in your 20s, so that's like I wouldn't
Yeah.
worry.
The thing is, I'm coughing because like I have bad fucking allergies, and I slept at my girlfriend's house, and every time I like.
Are you
sleep
sure
there,
you're not Jewish?
Yeah, I know, right?
You're like,
I'm circumcised.
oh, I
have
don't
curly
know.
hair.
I gotta go to the
I gotta go
doctor.
to the doctor.
I don't.
Somebody call a ambulance.
Oh, I'm hungover. Oh, I'm verklempt.
Oh, I was struck by a man on the train. My therapist says that you need to give me JFL for me to feel better.
I just don't tell anybody, but I just don't love what Netanyahu is doing.
I was debating because everybody was reaching out, making sure I was okay when I posted about getting hit on the train. I was just trying to be funny about it.
I didn't see it.
I just posted a picture of me like looking fucking stupid and being like, I got hit on the train. I'm a Republican now.
Oh, I think I saw it. I thought it was a bit.
No, it was real. And then people messaged me about it. I was like, what if I just like counter posted with me like, yeah, I went and talked to my therapist about it. And what he's saying what might help is if people let me do their bar shows and maybe check spots at comedy clubs.
I tried to do that when then Afghanistan was having problems. I was like, does anyone want to book me? Like when everyone cared about Afghanistan for 1 week.
You should hit up the Brooklyn scene. They would have fallen for that hook, line, and sinker.
Brooklyn and sinker.
Brookline and sinker.
All right, we're at an hour.
All right.
Anything to plug?
No, nothing.
At Robbie Goodwin again.
Yeah.
Join the Patreon. Do you want to do a Patreon?
We can do a Patreon. Let me
right.
just make a text real quick.
Okay.
And not Google things on my phone.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna find out
Yeah.
if Wolfgang's dying or not, and then we'll
Yeah,
be
we're
back for a
gonna find out.
Patreon.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, everybody.
We could honestly call my dad and see if he wants to be on the Patreon and ask him what he felt when he was having a pulmonary embolism.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
No, I actually don't want to do that.
No, let's do it.
He'd be so pissed off.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye.